Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session presented by RPA Unicorn. Today, we are going to dive into a crucial element of building resilient, enterprise grade workflows, try catch using Scope in Power Automate Cloud. In the world of automation, unexpected errors are inevitable, but how your workflows handle them makes all the difference. Today, we'll explore how you can leverage the Scope action to effectively implement error handling logic, ensuring your cloud flows can gracefully intercept failures, log errors, and keep running smoothly without disruptive breakdowns. Let's get started. Moving forward, let's take a look at the critical business challenges we face when automation workflows lack robust error handling. When building automated flows, we often encounter significant hurdles such as uncontrolled flow terminations that reduce system reliability and a lack of automated failure notifications which heavily delays our response times. Furthermore, we frequently deal with limited visibility into root causes, unpredictable behavior from missing input data, and the risk of exposing confusing technical error messages directly to our users. Understanding these core disruptions is essential, as it highlights exactly why implementing a structured, consistent exception handling mechanism is so vital for maintaining operational stability. Let's look at the solution provided to overcome them. To tackle these challenges head on, we implement a structured try catch pattern using scope actions, which prevents sudden terminations and handles errors gracefully. Within the catch block, we can set up automate email or Teams notifications to alert developers the moment a failure occurs, alongside logging detailed error information into a SharePoint list or external system for deeper visibility and root cause analysis. Furthermore, we address data integrity by adding input validation checks, such as verifying an employee ID before processing begins, and we enhance the overall experience by displaying clean, user-friendly error messages to end users while keeping the messy technical logs safely stored away for our development team. Let's break down the actual technical implementation by looking at the architecture by flowchart. The process starts with a manually triggered flow where the user enters an employee ID and an updated status. From there, we enter our main try block, which attempts to get the items and run a filter query for that specific employee ID. We then pass through a condition check to ensure the length of the retrieved items exactly equals 1. If it does, the flow successfully proceeds to update the items and status before reaching the end. However, if that validation check fails, the process is terminated, routing the workflow directly into the catch block where an automated email notification is sent to the user detailing the error before cleanly concluding the run. Now, let's take a look at how this architecture is built directly inside the environment with the Power Automate Cloud Flow interface design. As you can see, the canvas translates our logic into actual blocks, starting with the manual trigger capturing the status and employee ID, immediately followed by initializing our workflow variables. Inside the designated try scope block, the flow executes the get items action and evaluates our length condition. A successful if yes path routes the flow into an apply to each loop to update the items and set our variables, while the if no path triggers a terminate action. Should anything fail within this try block, the sequence seamlessly fails over into the catch scope block beneath it, which contains the send an email V2 action to instantly notify the team and handle the exception cleanly. I am excited to share the successful outcomes of our recent automation initiative with RPA Unicorn. We have achieved a highly error-resilient automation process that reliably updates employee status while seamlessly preventing flow failures and maintaining system stability, even when invalid employee IDs are entered. By ensuring that status updates occur only when valid employees exist, this system has significantly improved data accuracy and built user confidence. Ultimately, by fully automating both the update and error management processes, we have drastically reduced manual efforts, paving the way for a more efficient and streamlined workflow. And don't skip this video, I will show you that how this flow practically works.
In first step, we manually trigger the flow by collecting employee ID and status as user inputs, and initialize a try-succeeded Boolean variable to track the success of the update operation. In this step, we retrieve employee details from the employee data SharePoint list by applying a filter on employee ID, ensuring that only the matching record is fetched for updating. In this step, the flow checks for employee existence, if found, updates the SharePoint list item, otherwise terminates with an error message. Now in this step it catches errors and sends an alert email to the developer. Ensures immediate notification when an issue occurs in the process. So here we can see that, in the SharePoint list, the status of the employee, John, is currently set to inactive. During flow execution, the user is prompted to provide the updated status and employee ID, enabling the system to update the status of the corresponding employee record accurately. Upon successful execution of the flow, the status of the employee, John, is updated to active in the SharePoint list.
Thank you very much for your time, your focus, and your insightful questions today. It has been a pleasure sharing how RPA Unicorn is driving efficient, error-resilient automation to streamline our workforce management.